Good to see you all again. Had a pretty gnarly weekend on the road playing Kansas City and Omaha, the top two teams in our conference this week, and I thought we did a really nice job battling with them over time in a lot of different ways, but definitely some things that we can improve on that end. But more excited this week to be back home. Away on Tuesday, but back home for Thursday and Saturday. So we've got NDSU on Tuesday down in Fargo, and then we've got Denver Thursday, and we got Oral Roberts on Saturday, which we're really excited to be back for 3 matches in North Dakota this week. And then on top of that, this Saturday is the 50th anniversary celebration of the start of the volleyball program here at UND. So we're really excited to have a lot of our alumni back, a lot of our founding members will be back, and then just a lot of friends and family for the program that'll be here for us to celebrate and honor those that have come before us and the legacy that they have built, and then honoring them by going out and battling really hard against 3 really good teams this week.
What did you learn about, maybe the gap that exists between the teams you saw this weekend and you guys? Where does the growth need to happen for you guys?
I think it's our ability to consistently play at the level that we know that we're capable of. We've had a lot of different people that have had really good performances at different times, and then other times they haven't quite had that same performance. So can we consistently show up at an elite level over time? And we've got an athlete with us today who's been doing that really, really well. Marissa's going to come talk to y'all in a second. She's currently #1 in the conference in hitting efficiency, hands down the best middle blocker in this conference. It's not even debatable at this point. But if we can have some of our younger players start to show up consistently in that same level, then I think that'll really help us out later in the year.
You said 50-year anniversary of the program. What have you heard or sensed from supporters of UND volleyball? It's kind of an interesting history of, there's a lot of success at the D1 level. There were some struggles at the D2 level. What have you seen from supporters of the program of the past?
Yeah, I think one is just our ability to express our gratitude for those that came before us and building this from literally nothing, where the person who founded our program is going door to door in the dorms and knocking on doors and say, who wants to play volleyball with me because we want to start a team. And that group was borrowing jerseys from the women's basketball team so that they had something to wear during games. And to go from there to where we are now, where we're getting to travel all over the country and we get to play in an amazing, beautiful facility with thousands of fans cheering us on every single game, it means a ton to us. And then I think if you expand that beyond just the UND program to volleyball as a whole, if you look from it, whether it was the match between Nebraska and Nebraska-Omaha that set a women's sporting event attendance record for any sport at any level this year, to all of the different attendance records that are being broken in volleyball and all of the different viewership records that are being broken in volleyball on TV this year, this sport has grown massively. But it's all because of the people that 40, 50, 60 years ago built it and established it from nothing. And so we're incredibly grateful for them for creating the opportunities that we all have now.
Big picture, just kind of as you have this opportunity to kind of have at least be in the state with a rivalry match coming up and then some critical ones here at home, there's some opportunities to kind of slide up the standings. I mean, I think you mentioned it. It was probably kind of a lot of interchangeable opportunities as it was coming into this year with the league as it is. And here you are. Here you sit with a chance to do some things.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned this before, but every team in this conference is good, and the level is so close that on any given night, anybody can go the distance with any other team. We look at our matches against Omaha, where when we played them at home, we went 15-13 with them in the 5th set, and they're #1 in the league. And a team that was in last place just 2 nights ago beat NDSU. St. Thomas beat NDSU in 5 in Minneapolis. And so on any given night, anybody in this conference can beat anybody. And so it's our ability to show up consistently and do what we know what we can do at a really high level that'll help us in the end.
Looking at Denver on Thursday, you guys obviously opened conference play to start the year. How have you gotten better since then?
Yeah, really interesting weekend. The first time that we played Denver, we had a couple athletes that were out, and it was their first time being out. And so we had some really young players in positions where they were starting for the first time in their career in different roles. And so now, deeper into the season, a lot of those athletes are still on the court, and the athletes that were out that weekend are now back with us. So not only do we have more of a full roster for this matchup against them, but we also have our younger players who have gotten way more experience since the first time we played them. And so it'll be nice for us to go up against a team like Denver that has a 5th-year opposite and a 5th-year outside hitter and a 6th-year middle, and be able to say, hey, now we've got a little more experience so that we know what it's going to be like when we play you, and we're really excited to battle them again.
I know you've kind of had to switch some girls around in different positions just to kind of make things work. Are they starting to feel more comfortable with that challenge?
I think more than being comfortable with it is just knowing that they're capable in a variety of different positions in a lot of different roles. And because of that, we see people that at first there was a little hesitation, and now they're just fully wrapping their arms around it and going after it. And I think Paige Barber is a great example. She had played all last season on the left for us, and as we've had some injuries, we've moved people around, and we put her on the right for a few matches, and it turned out that she flourished in that role. And so now she's staying in that spot because she's been so productive for us on that end. And so she had a great match against Ora Roberts the first time we did it, where she careered in kills, and she's kept that going and had another awesome match against Omaha on the right just 2 days ago.
Who do you think poses the biggest threat for Denver?
On our side of that?
Yeah.
Absolutely our middles. Marissa and Casey are going to come in and give them a lot of trouble.